Fox 66 News with David Belmondo, meteorologist Lynn Trong, and Morgan Beard with sports. You are watching Fox 66 News, first at 10.
The NAACP calls for body cameras on Erie police officers. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Belmondo. The NAACP announced today that they will be requesting action from the city of Erie about body cameras for police officers and the creation of a police citizens review board. Leanne Stuck has our top story tonight.
The NAACP met Saturday to discuss working with the city of Erie to have Erie police officers wear body cameras. Tiffany McLeod, president of the local branch of the NAACP, says that having body cameras will only make investigations easier for police and more fair for citizens.
I think it will help us in the areas of prevention so we can prevent incidents from happening, and also so that we can have readily available evidence to protect the citizens of the community and our law enforcement.
McLeod mentioned in the meeting that there was an outside source willing to fund the cameras, which would take the problem of cost off the table for the city.
We have an outside body who is willing to absorb the cost of the body cameras.
The NAACP is also requesting the creation of a police citizens review board, a board of educated citizens who they say will look objectively at cases needing review. NAACP members believe that a citizen review board could bring more objective eyes to our community.
It's a proactive approach, so we're requesting administrative officials, please. I don't think it's not out of the box. You go to names Cleveland, Pittsburgh, they have civilian review boards. We're not reinventing the wheel here. It's a good positive. I think it'd be a great step, and it'd go a long way to establishing a good, healthy, productive relationship.
Which is federal, and we have a problem.
Leanne Stuck, Fox 66 News.
Now, the NAACP has been pushing for this review board. Find out how long it took. Head to our webpage, yourerie.com. Well, the weather now. Let's check in with meteorologist Lynn Trong with our Fox First wet forecast. Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Dave. Yes, wet indeed. A wet day, and it's still looking pretty wet out there. Did see some rain moving across earlier this evening, still keeping a chance for some showers throughout the night and into tomorrow. So not done with the wet weather yet. 62 degrees right now at the Erie Airport. Wind still on the strong side at the southeast at 16 miles an hour. 58 degrees at 7 o'clock, and by noon only 61 degrees. So it's going to be a wet and chilly day tomorrow. We'll have the rest of your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. I'll send it back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Lynn. The State House today passed House Bill 1192. Now, that is the primary budget legislation for fiscal year 2015-16. According to Representative Kurt Sonny, the budget proposal would spend $30.18 billion. It features no tax increase or new taxes. Well, again, increasing basic education funding for Pennsylvania school districts. Representative Sonny sent out a statement today that read in part, quote, "Today we moved legislation to the state Senate that continues the responsible spending practices that have begun to turn around the Pennsylvania economy. House Bill 1192 supports essential services, expanding them in many cases," end quote. The bill may now be taken up by the state Senate, which anticipates a vote on final passage this Tuesday, the final day of the current fiscal year. A new state historical marker has now been dedicated to the Edinboro Branch Library. The Edinboro Area Historical Society and Hurry Hill Maple Farm joining forces last year to gain permission from the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission to honor an Edinboro author. Author Virginia Sorensen wrote the award-winning children's book Miracles on Maple Hill. Well, the marker was dedicated and unveiled to the library this afternoon. Hundreds of people were in attendance for that dedication.
Miracles on Maple Hill, a book about making maple syrup, was written in Edinboro. And today we are commemorating Virginia, the syrup industry, the Newbery Medal, and the book Miracles on Maple Hill by erecting a Pennsylvania and dedicating a Pennsylvania and Museum and Historic Commission marker here at the Edinboro Library.
And there's a special exhibit highlighting portions of the book. It's now in the library's lobby. A blood drive was held this afternoon to honor a life lost too soon. It was back November 4th in 2013 that Jake Schwab was killed in an industrial accident at EMTA. Schwab suffered head injuries when a hoist failed while repairing a bus at the maintenance facility. Well, today at the Harley-Davidson shop, the community blood bank held a blood drive in Schwab's honor. The family says this was a great way to honor him because he enjoyed giving back to others.
Because he was a very giving person, we actually thought a blood drive would be a good way to bring the community and his friends and all the important people in his life together to honor the way he liked to give.
Well, the family was excited to see so many people coming out to honor him today. The Riders Against Alzheimer's Disease hosted the first annual All Wheels Dice Run. That run, beginning at the Harley-Davidson shop, welcomed all-wheel vehicles, cars and trucks welcomed. The ride was 70 miles long and ended at Scooters of Erie for live entertainment. All of the proceeds from the event went to benefit the Alzheimer's Association.
Everybody we talk to either has a friend or knows somebody or a family member that this is touched. I mean, it's worldwide. Despite the rain today, the ride still went off. The group already raised $2,500 this year. The third Garden Club of America Flower Show was held this afternoon to celebrate the history and members of the Carrie T. Watson Garden Club. The event held at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center gathered flower arrangements, photographs, and creations from local florists. The judges coming from all over the tri-state area and evaluated the several different classes of floral arrangements. Now, this flower club has a rich history in Erie, and today was meant to display some of the great work they've done throughout Erie County.
Part of our mission is education. So we reach out into the community. It's not just our members, it's members of other garden clubs. We have children entering different categories. So it's just to bring everybody together and to see what is possible.
This was the second year the show was held at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center.
An escaped prisoner is shot and killed. Now the search intensifies for his partner in crime. I'm Rick Leventhal, Malone, New York.
In presidential politics, as candidates in an increasingly crowded field hit the campaign trail. I'm Alicia Acuna in Denver. I'll have the latest coming up.
And more victims of the Charleston church shooting are laid to rest.